First, the country's chief prosecutor has defended her controversial decision not to charge a former Leicester MP with serious child sex offences. It follows mounting pressure for action to be taken against Lord Janner despite his poor health. The peer and his family have strenuously denied all the allegations against him, but tonight a second man has given us a detailed account of how he claims Lord Janner targeted him. Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball is here. Jeremy, good evening. How widespread now are these allegations?
Well, Dominic, I understand that around 30 men and at least one woman have now told the police that Lord Janner assaulted them. A handful of those came forward after this story broke last week, and this seems to be a row that really isn't going away. You might remember last night we heard from Ray Dunkley, who claims he was sexually assaulted by Greville Janner at his primary school. Well, now I've been speaking to a second man who's made a string of abuse allegations. He's a man called John. He told me that Lord Janner sexually assaulted him dozens of times at a local working men's club, and he alleges that this all began when he was only around 9 years old.
He befriended me. Every time he was in, he would buy me some pop and some crisps, and over the time he used to get very close. He believed he could do what he wanted. It was frightening, confusing, it hurt. I'm now unable to form relationships. I turn to the bottle to try and blot it all out. I'm getting flashbacks and this face keeps coming up. I feel angry because justice hasn't been done. It all stinks. It eats you up inside. I think he's a monster.
So what has the Director of Public Prosecutions been saying?
Well, Alison Saunders has been responding to mounting criticism. As you know, she said there was credible evidence to charge Lord Janner with more than 20 historical offences, but that he couldn't be prosecuted because his dementia is so severe. The problem is some critics simply don't buy that. Some people have pointed to the fact that he signed House of Lords documents barely a fortnight ago. Some people have suggested that the courts should decide whether he's fit to stand trial. And here's the DPP's response.
I'm very aware of the disappointment and frustration. What I took into account was 4 experts who all said he had dementia. It was dementia that had accelerated very quickly. He would not be fit to be interviewed, so he wasn't even interviewed by the police because he wouldn't understand the questions. He wouldn't be able to instruct any solicitors because he didn't understand the allegations that were put to him.
Alison Saunders there. So what happens next?
Well, Leicestershire's police commissioner's been pressing for what's known as a trial of facts, where a jury can really look at the evidence without Lord Janner appearing in the dock. Now, Alison Saunders dealt with that last night. She said the rules don't allow that procedure to be used in a case like this. Separately, the force is also considering a legal challenge. Some of the victims are now considering compensation claims. And we mustn't forget, of course, that Lord Janner and his family still strenuously deny all these allegations.
Of course. Jeremy Ball, thank you.